Hey, brother, welcome to day 4 as we hold fast in this confusing cultural context in which we find ourselves. In these early days, I've been wanting to give you perspectives, and I want to give you 5 perspectives, and today we come to the third perspective, but it's kind of like the grip that you have with your fist. You have 5 fingers, 4 fingers and a thumb, and I've wanted to give you some ways to get a grasp on how we can hold fast. So we talked first of all about getting a grip on the eternity of your soul and how important it is for all of us and for everyone around us to understand that God is on his throne and he can give us security in the gospel, in the truth we have in Jesus. And we should never be shaken from that. Secondly, we talked about getting a perspective on history, that there have been very tough times in history for the living church. We may be going into a more difficult time, but it will never be more difficult than what Christians have faced in the past. So let's buckle up, Buttercup. Well, today I want to tackle a topic that we could spend a lot more time on, but I want to talk about getting a perspective on politics. Politics is living in the scrum of our normal life. It's passing policies and voting for people who will do the things that are right for our culture. And the worst thing happened for Israel. They were actually taken into exile by a foreign enemy. They were taken to Babylon. But here's what God said to the people of Israel about how they are to live in a difficult context. Jeremiah chapter 29, verse 7. But seek the welfare of the city where I have sent you into exile, and pray to the Lord on its behalf, for in its welfare you will find your welfare. Well, I want to give you some basic principles of how we can pray for and work toward the welfare of our city, of our context, of our state, of our nation. This doesn't just relate to the presidential election that we're walking into, but to all local elections. So let me give you 4 basic principles, and you chew on these and see how they fit you. First of all, don't vote for personality, but for policy, because policy outlives the person. So don't fall for the caricature, for the sound bites, for the slogans, but look at what kinds of policies this person will put into place, because entitlements, policies will outlive that person. Secondly, don't vote for promises, but for performance. Look at some kind of record of accomplishment, of appointments that this person will make. Look at something related to their office where it shows their accomplishment. Don't look at their promises, look at their competency and their performance. Thirdly, don't vote out of sheer pragmatism, but for principle. In other words, don't vote for something that will just benefit your trade or your vicinity or your state, but look at the broader principle. What will this do for the entire polis, for the city, for the culture in which we live? And fourth, don't vote for perfection, but for progress. You will never find a perfect person. You'll never find someone who meets all your criteria. We live in a fallen world with imperfect people. We need to make progress. It took William Wilberforce 40 years of constant progress to eliminate slavery from the British Isles. So here's a final principle, 1 Peter chapter 2, verse 16. Live as people who are free, not using your freedom as a cover-up for evil, but living as servants of God. Let's do that as we walk into politics today and remember these principles. God bless you.